this video, we're actually going to be getting these solar panels off the ground once and for all. So stick around. So as you may know, pretty much ever since we moved out here, panels have been off the ground, or on the ground I should say. When we were living over in the pickup camper, these panels were on the ground but sitting on hay bales or straw bales. Same with the little Harbor Freight panels. But we're finally going to be getting them up off the ground, up on an actual rack system. So back when a friend came and put in the posts for the roof there, he went and took his auger and drilled out 3 holes into the ground. We got them covered up right now, mainly because if it was going to snow, you could easily just drop a foot in there and, you know, bye-bye ankle, knee, you know, whatever. And we just didn't want to fall into them. We got 3 holes there, one there. This you're actually seeing something I started a little bit ago, new battery box, insulated. But right now we're working on this. We got 3 8-foot tall 4x4 posts. Now I know these are untreated, but everything we're doing right now is temporarily permanent, or permanently temporary, however you want to do it. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get this first one in the ground, and hopefully there's enough space in between them. We can fit both of these in between 2 of them. Hoping there is. Because the eventual goal is to have 6 of these panels at 100 watts a piece, or 600 watts total, you know, whichever comes first. However we figure that out, we might have 2 of these and then 2 200 watters, depending on what we find and what deals are out there. But for now, these 2 are going to go between these 2 posts, and to be honest, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those ones. Might just put them over here in between these 2 posts, or maybe those 2. I don't know. We'll see. But the main thing is these ones right here. Those are the ones we're worried about. And these ones only produce 45 watts between the 3 of them. These 2 and that one over there. So I think I don't know, we might just put 2 of them here. I'm thinking if we can get a battery, I'm going to put one of them over in the pickup camper for when guests come in and visit. They'll have a place to sleep, and there'll be lights and, you know, water pump, all that kind of stuff. But well, go ahead and see, which one should I do first? Probably that one over there, since it's going to be going in between these 2. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get that one. I'm going to get dirt from over here. Got this pile. This originally it was going to be where the water tank was going to go, but we couldn't get it down deep enough. So we found another place for it, and we put the dirt from there here. But there's obviously extra dirt there, so I'm going to take that to fill these holes. Alright, so here we go. So I wanted to show you some things to look out for. I mean, all this is free material and utility grade or ungraded. Here's some of the things you need to look out for. You know, this thing's 10 feet tall. I honestly don't know where the pivot point's going to be because of this right here. It's probably going to be down below that. You got some cracking in there. Yeah, there we go. So that's stuff you need to look for, but that one right there, you can see that crack. Crack going all the way down. So, might not use that because it has to withstand some pretty stout winds. Maybe that one will be a back brace or something. Hooked up to this middle pole here, and braced against something back there, the ground. So, yeah, what we'll do is we use this one, and go ahead and use this one. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Use that one, and then that one. That one will be a brace. Let's see here. Sorry, I had the camera zoomed in. Oh, maybe not. It doesn't even go to the middle there. As you can see off to the left there, got a window I'm sizing up for the opening in the porch. I need to make it 6 inches bigger, but that's another video. Maybe this isn't all that bad. It definitely does have some cracking. Maybe toss a couple of screws in here and there. Alright, so yeah, that's what we'll do. For now, let's go ahead and just get this thing going. Set the compass on this board that I have here. Show you guys what I'm doing here. So, when we dug these holes, it was kind of a shoot from the hip. I just stood there and said, that direction's south. Tried to get them going. So this hole here, the post is going to have to be on the back side here. You see south right there, and this is perfect east and west. So I got this one, we'll go there. This one will be right about the middle. It's just about perfect. But this one, I'm gonna have to move this one and clear up here, up in this area. Now, on the good side is there's no rocks here, so digging it by hand won't be that big of a deal. I'll just take the dirt from here, move it to there. nice packed dirt here. It's not going to be going anywhere for a while. Hopefully pretty much forever, but anyways. There's that one. Get started on the other two. Alright, so there we go. All 3 posts in the ground. They're all lined up. Got the dirt tamped down really well. I took this other 4x4 and really just smashed it in there. Now just a little bit more water, and when it dries it'll basically turn it to concrete. That's what I did over here. And this here's the pole for the antenna, which actually is really surprising. It lasted the 60-mile-an-hour gusts. I'm really happy about that, but that's what I did there. I mixed water with the dirt, shoved it in there, and now it's like concrete. I'd be lucky to get that out. So, next thing, start making frames for the solar panels. So, the first thing I'm going to be doing is taking all these brackets and moving them to the top side and then the very bottom, because when I put the posts in the ground, the measurement was just slightly off, and these panels side by side wouldn't fit because these brackets. So instead of mounting them like this, they're going to be mounted up here. Now, if you're ever going to do this, you always got to make sure, if you're going to be drilling here, you need to have something on the back side, so when the drill bit breaks through, it'll hit, you know, a piece of wood or something like that, versus hitting the panel itself and cracking it. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here, we'll say 26, so 13. Yeah, that's about the middle. So we'll say 1, 2. Yeah, we'll go 6 inches in. We'll do 7 inches in on either side. So 7 inches, it's about 1.5 inches, so we'll go 3/4 of an inch down. Actually, we'll take it a full inch. Yeah, 3/4. So right there. And then right there. Perfect. So now that I have all these switched over, take a good positive measurement and know exactly where to place the 2x4s on the mount. So it's just a little over 41.5. So I just remember that. Looks like 41 5/8. That's from hole to hole. So I just have to remember that when I go put the 2x4s on here. But I need to get these propped back up so I can get some charging going. Alright, so I already know that the very center of either of these two 2x4s is about 52 inches, and I know that's where I want the pivot point to be. So we'll mark it. There you go, 52 inches. In the middle, I'm gonna go ahead and drill the hole for the lag screws. And from here, I'm going to put the first 2x4 here, flat. Let's see, is that what I want to do? Yeah, I'm going to put the first 2x4 flat going across, and then the top and bottom 2x4s are going to be vertical, you know, this way, so that way it keeps it from twisting. So go ahead and just get this guy in here. Should made sure that thing was charged up this morning. This one doesn't sound all too healthy either. Alright, so there's that one. Then it was 41.5 inches. I just double check that measurement. Alright, I'll go 41.5. Measure it from the very middle here. So that way you can mount the top ones. And then you got this much play at the bottom. So about 41.5 inches. And then I'll just do the same for this side. Alright, then again 41.5 inches. Alright, so now that I have the frame together over there, and use this piece of wood and measure up probably about 56 inches, so it's a couple inches off the ground, and I'm going to mark where the hole is going to be for the pivot point over here, and then use this piece of wood and a level and mark the same hole over here. Just about perfect there. About a quarter of an inch below the top of this, so I did a fairly good guess. So I'll go ahead and do that over here. About a quarter of an inch down. Alright, so now that I got these two marked, I'm going to go ahead and take the smaller drill bit, drill into there, so that the lag screws can go in, but they won't split the wood, and that's where it'll be held at. Alright, so got it all set up. I have a brace right there, a 2x3, and I'm actually going to put another one on this side just because of the high winds that we have. But I've already got it all pre-drilled. That's a springtime setting, and this here's the summer. I should say spring and fall, summer, and then when winter comes, I'll do the math again and drill the hole up here so everything's set for those 3 times. But there you go. There's that part. I'm going to clean up the wires and make sure everything's good to go. So the camera battery died. Well, both of them actually, but I went ahead and finished this up. We've got both braces up there. All the way down to the ground, of course. Went ahead and zip tied all the wiring. Made it all look at least halfway decent. All the way down. Now, the next video that I'm going to be doing about this, I'm going to be putting together a new battery box. That's the current one. It's temporary. The more permanent one is sitting right underneath that water tank that I got to figure out where it's leaking from. But anyways, that's going to be the next project. It's going to go either here or there, but I do have some metal conduit that all this will be going into, protect it from rodents. But everything's good, everything's charging. There she is. Plenty of room to expand right there. You've got these 2 posts still. Put panels up there, down here. So, if you like this video and want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, hit the notifications icon so you don't miss a single video. Until next time, keep kicking up dust.